Hello guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon wherever you're watching from. This is Choco Millionaire. I'm based in Canada. I'm based in Canada. I'm not in the US. I'm not based in the US. I'm not based in Mexico. I'm not based in the United Arab Emirates or South Africa. I am not based in Europe, not even the UK or Germany. I am based in Canada. This is Choco Millionaire. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you guys doing? How is everybody doing? If today is your first time watching, welcome to Choco Millionaire. Welcome to Choco Millionaire. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Let me know if today is your first time watching. You can feel free and drop a comment. Let us know you're watching for the first time. Victor Tor, thank you so much, Victor. I wish you the best with your exams, Victor. Honorable Stephen, good afternoon, sir. Prince Adeyemi Tosin, you're doing fine. Cash Tosu, you're doing good. All right. Okay, so I am not driving. I have pulled over. If you look in the background, you will notice that there's a building with a car straight behind me, and it's not moving, meaning I'm not driving. Okay, I just want to record a quick one. I went out to go get something, and I'm getting back home. I just wanted to record this short video before I get home. Yesterday I did a lot of videos. One of them was a video where I randomly, just driving by, saw an incident of a ticketing incident, and I filmed it and I brought it to you and I shared my thoughts, right? And I asked that you guys share the video, and the truth is you guys did. Within a short time the video went around. I can confidently say that it has gone viral. It has been shared by almost 2,500, almost 3,000 times already. It is almost 3,000 shares already in less than 24 hours. Almost 3,000 shares, guys. That's how far it's gone. This is so fast. And people who normally wouldn't comment on my content are commenting. I'm getting Caucasians commenting. I'm getting people from the US commenting. A lot of you from Jamaica who I never knew, for the first time you're all commenting, meaning that people share the video. Those of you who caught the lesson I was trying to, or my opinion, and you agree with it, I appreciate you for understanding. Those of you who disagree with me, I thank you for disagreeing as well. Now, there are many who disagreed with me. I won't say many, a few people who disagree with my position on that video. And they did it in a respectful manner, like the way you expect people to have a civil engagement or civil discourse. And those are the kind of healthy conversations we want to encourage. There are definitely some bad ones. There are people who almost had nothing to say, and their first word is either an insult or an F word or something like that. We can't get rid of those people. They will always be around. Initially, I was going to sanitize the page. You know, I'm all about positive vibes. I was going to sanitize the page by banning those people on my page. But then later on, when I saw how fast the video was spreading, I decided to leave those comments. Some of them I try responding, but some of them I'm just going to leave them to be like that. And so we can all see it, the beauty of seeing how people think, right? There are some comments that, look, I really love. I forgot some of the names of those guys who were commenting and responding to some of these vitriol and negative comments that were baseless, not grounded in facts or not grounded in anything of a superior information or argumentation, just baseless insults. There were some of you who were responding to those people, and you were doing it so good without insulting them back. So I didn't even have to respond to some of them. I appreciate all of you. When I find time, I'm going to mention your names out and all of that, right? But guys, when I read through the comments, there was something that stand out, and it makes me want to just do this video. I think that generally the Caucasians, huh? The white people or the white guys who are commenting on the video, mostly from the US, because sometimes I do check the profile and you can tell they are in the US or something like that. I don't want you to think that we don't want to encourage dissent or disagreeing with people. But sometimes it's just the way you do it. The way you do it can say a lot, right? You can disagree without, you can make a point without really insulting the person. For me, even if you insult me, it doesn't stick on my skin, guys. Like, I'm so rough and hard for that. So I don't let insult get to me at all. I do not let insult get to me at all, okay? There is a call coming through. That is why you're hearing something, okay? But I'm going to ignore that call for now. I do not let insult get to me at all. You can insult and insult. Insults don't stick on the skin. They don't.
Jim,
they only get to you.
100% full.
Okay. They only stick on you if you allow it to get into your mind, all right? So feel free to keep insulting. You might have a trade in that. That's your stock of trade. That's fine. But we want to encourage people who are having healthy conversations and respecting each other without demeaning each other, okay? Now, guys, you may have noticed the title says that human rights versus entitlement mindset. I think we're all guilty of it at some point. Look, when I was growing up, especially in the university, I used to have a mindset where I was expecting people to do things for me. Right? Give me 1 second. Let me pick this call. Very important, okay? 1 second. Yeah, my connection got interrupted when the call came through, so I'm back now. Guys, there is a difference between human rights, privileges, responsibility, and entitlement mindset. We confuse them all the time. I am guilty. I've done this before, and sometimes I still do it. But the most important thing is to be aware of the differences, right? Human right is fundamental to everybody, irrespective of your age. You need it. So, for example, the right to live, the right to work, the right to education, you know, the right to good health. These things are fundamental. Everybody needs is basic. These things are, nobody can take them away from you, no matter where you live in the world. It's fundamental. We agreed as a people that nobody has a right to take anybody's life. Nobody has a right to, no, you need to justify them. Some things are fundamental. They are human rights. No matter which country you go to, you can defend it. It's universal. There is also responsibility. Rights come with responsibility. In other words, as much as you're trying to enjoy your right, you have an obligation to also make sure that you uphold certain things in place. You see, there are many of us who are liberals. I think I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal, actually. There are some who are conservative. I'm a pseudo-liberal and a conservative. I believe in conservative values, but I also have some liberal viewpoints too. There are some who are extreme liberals, ultra liberals, far on the wing. There are some who are extreme conservatives, far on the other side of the wing. Guys, I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not, but this is a fact of life. There is nothing like absolute freedom. There is nothing like absolute human right. Okay, I'm going to say this again. There is nothing like absolute freedom where you can do anything you want at any time, at anywhere, however you want it. It's never true. Look, you have the right to work, but you cannot just get up and go anywhere and claim that is your right, so you want to work anywhere. You can't just get up today and say, I have the right to move. I have the freedom of movement, so I'm going to just walk to the president's office, whether there's security or not. Go try that. They're going to slap the nonsense out of your head. Right? Many of us get so intoxicated with the idea of freedom that we think that when we mean freedom, we mean absolute freedom with no restrictions. You may have heard a saying that man is born free, but wherever he goes, he's in chains. Have you heard that before? Every man is born free. We are all born free. But almost every stage of our life, we are in chains. How I understand that to mean that there are restrictions and regulations that make sure that we don't go overboard. Look, guys, I have the freedom to drive. but I just can't drive into anybody's bedroom. It's actually a privilege, not a right. I have the privilege to drive, but I just can't drive my car into somebody's bedroom or somebody's driveway. They're going to call the police on me for just bumping into their space. So you see, there are borderlines to freedom. There is a borderline to rights. And these are things that our leaders and our framers and those we trust in power to make good decisions for us come together and agree and codify and put either in a written or unwritten constitution. You may disagree or you may agree. Those who disagree, there is a channel for you to what? Exercise your dissent. It's called recourse. You can go to court. You can do protests. You can do different things. But here is a fact, guys. When a city puts in place bylaws that you cannot do this and you cannot do this, you cannot park here and you cannot park here, and this is codified and is written, all right? Whether you have read it or not, you have impliedly, like you have an implied agreement to uphold it, whether you understand it, you've seen it before or not. There is a bylaw called zoning bylaw. The zoning bylaw defines what you can do on the front or on the property. In fact, in developed countries, you can buy a house, you can own a house, but you just can't build any kind of house, guys. I'm saying this for this to get into your head. Look, guys, I am in front of somebody's property. Let me just show it. See this property? Owned by somebody, yeah? Can you see that? This guy has the right, right? This guy has the right to build a house. He has a right to buy a house. Nobody can take it from him. You can own property. It's a human right. But the kind of property you even build must conform to the standards and must conform to the zoning laws or bylaws of your city. You just can't buy a piece of land and just go and put a 6-unit apartment or story apartment on it just because you own the land. Guys, maybe in your country you can try that too. Not in smart countries. No. They define exactly what kind of properties are allowed in certain areas. There are some areas you can never build a 3-unit house because they will never allow you. You need a permit to put a property on. You need a permit to put things in place. You even need a permit before you can pave your grass in front of your house to put a driveway there. You need a permit. You just can't wake up and say, "Na me the owner, I go do am." Now, when I watch the way some people think, I'm like, you see why we are so backward? We are so behind just because of the way we think. We think as if, look, the way we think is everything about us as a people. We believe we can have the right to do anything. You see the way we understand democracy? We've gotten it so wrong. We think democracy means saying anything at any time to anybody whenever we feel like, going anywhere at any time whenever we feel like, doing whatever we feel like, building wherever we feel like, going anywhere. That is not democracy. Democracy is when you can respect my space and I respect your space. Human rights is when you can follow and enjoy your right to the extent that you allow me to enjoy mine. Human right is not when you enjoy yours at the expense of another person. It's called a common good. Common good is a collective good. Everybody must do what benefits everybody. You just can't go and say that you have unemployment, so you're going to stand on the street. Let me tone down. Somebody told me my voice, huh? I'm getting a bit excited. Look, you can't just say I have the right to employment. And because of that, I'm going to stand on a place or on a street, on a pavement where people walk, to go and mount a kiosk there and just start selling. Go and try that and see whether the bylaw allows you to do that. This is where we get things wrong. In my own country, Ghana, this is where we are wrong. We've come to understand Kemi Mamin Kebi, which means I say it and you say it. I have the right to do this and I have that. We've come to understand it to mean the right to do unfettered or an unlimited, unrestricted right to do anything at all we want. Guys, the moment we get to a point where we can do anything we want, at any point, we are no longer living in a civilization. We are living in a state of nature. It's called state of nature. You probably should go read about the Hobbesian law, the Hobbesian notion of state of nature and the Lockean, how we even came to these things. Philosophers have already analyzed this and thought about it. How we've struggled. We used to live in a barbaric world. No longer. We are living in a civilized world where civilization requires that you enjoy your right to the extent that you respect how we affect other people. It's civilization. So look at it. Most of our friends from Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, anywhere, who disagreed, their main property is that my own house, I cannot put my car on my grass. But look, guys, these are the same places that when people come, they say, hey, these people are clean. Oh, look at their house. It's so beautiful. Look at the lawn. And they wonder whether this one came from heaven. Now, laws where they make them like that too. Now, bylaws where they follow. Yeah. You have the right to park your car, but wherever you park them, you must even make sure. Look, guys, go to Walmart. Let them put a parking space there for you and put there that you need to have a permit displayed as somebody with disability to park here, or somebody with who is an expectant mother to park in this spot. You go and park your car there without displaying your ticket that you are an expectant mother or somebody with disability. Come back and see where your car is going to be at and tell them you have the right to park your car. Guys, there is nothing like absolute freedom. It's a hoax. You are dreaming. The moment you begin having absolute freedom, when you can do anything you want, at any time, and anyhow you feel like, you are no longer living in a civilization. You are back to square one, which is the old barbaric nature. Because that is what people did during those times. Anybody could do anything at any time. That is how come we've risen together to build civilizations that we have today. Rights come with responsibilities. I cannot just go and do anything. I must make sure that whatever I do is in line with the rules that govern the society and the civilization that I'm living in. All right? So if you are in Africa and you can do anything, you buy a house or you buy a plot and you build, and you say because now you will own them, you can just put any kiosk in front of your house and any shed, whether it is blocking the space of your neighbor, whether it is blocking the space of your other person living by, you don't care because now you own that space. I'm sorry to tell you, that is why your country is not where it is. That is why you're struggling, because your understanding of right is completely just messed up. It's messed up. It's messed up. Now let me come to entitlement mindset. What is entitlement mindset? It is when people have expectations that they are entitled to certain things, not because it's a human right to, but because they feel that they deserve it. I'm going to say this again. Entitlement mindset is when people have a notion that they must receive certain things, not because it is a right that they have, not because it is their right to have that thing, but because they just feel somebody must do it for them. Either because of the relationship they have with the person, or either because of the geographical location, or either because of their age, or either because of their class or color or something. Can I give you an example? Can I give you an example? An example is you invite a friend out for dinner. You invite a friend out for dinner, okay? And then when you invite your friend out, your friend expects that you pay the bill for him when you guys eat. Your friend expects that you must pay the bill for him. That's an entitlement mindset too. He's just expecting that by just virtue of being your friend, and you telling him we must go, whether it's a lady taking a boy out or a boy taking a lady out, if you expect that the guy must pay, that is called entitlement mindset too. You have not worked into the pocket of the guy. You have not even paid. Look, and you are just expecting by virtue of him asking you out, he must be the one to buy the beer for you. All right. Some people will come into my inbox by virtue of just seeing my name, Choco Millionaire. The first thing they do is that they feel entitled that I must give them money. That's an entitlement mindset too. Without asking whether they have worked into my pocket or whether I have a contract with them to give them money. But they're expecting me to give them money. All right. I'm going to give you more and more. Entitlement mindset is when you are buying something from somebody and then you think that, oh, because this person is from Africa and you're also black, the person must give you a discount because he must give you a discount. Without asking whether you have a right to a legal discount, legitimate right to that discount, or you just want it because of the fact that the person is black like you. That one is entitlement mindset too. Entitlement mindset is when you finish school and you expect that the government must be the one to butter your bread for you on either side by giving you a job, by even building a house for you, without asking whether the Constitution says that the government must give you a job. That is an entitlement mindset. The Constitution never says the government must give you a job. The Constitution says the government must create conditions that allow jobs to be created. Conducive environment that facilitate the creation of jobs by private people or the public sector. The Constitution never said the government has a right or has an obligation to give the people a job. I can go on and on and on. There are times when I come across Africans in my dealings with them and they look at me, and the fact that they say, oh, we are brothers, so you must buy from me. Nonsense. I must buy from you. The moment you use that must word, I'm already in my head. I say, you got it all messed up. Why must I buy from you? Because I'm an African and you're an African? No way. I don't buy color. I don't buy color. I buy quality. Guys, I don't buy color. I buy quality. I'm saying this. I never buy color. I buy quality. I don't hire contractors based on color. I hire contractors based on the quality of the job. I don't patronize color. I patronize quality. If you are an Indian and you do a better job than my Ghanaian guy, I'm going to hire the Indian guy. Don't come and just give me a crap of we are Africans, we must patronize. Whether the quality of what you are offering is good or not, whether the price makes sense or not, I must patronize. Do you see how we got it all messed up? Today, you have a friend who is not talking to you because he bought something from somebody else. Tell me if it's not true. Today, you have somebody who is so angry at you just because you didn't even use their cosmetic services for your wedding. Because they felt entitled that you should have bought it from them. Without asking whether whatever they were providing to you was competitive pricing, good quality or not. They just feel by virtue of you being friends. Somebody today has a hairdressing salon, feels that everybody in their church must come there. So the moment you're a church member, you don't go there, they hate you already. You see their problem. You see the kind of mindset we have. Entitlement mindset is when you think that because you have this house, you are entitled to anything at all. Come on, guys. Entitlement mindset is the first way to just cheat yourself out of what? Achieving things in life. People who have entitlement mindset, they never achieve anything. Because they end up blaming everybody for their predicament without asking why they are in the situation they are. The day I stopped blaming the wrong people was the day I started taking action for my own life. Do you have an entitlement mindset? Do you think that somebody owns your future or your happiness? Happiness is not an entitlement. You create your own happiness. Happiness is not, you are not entitled to being happy. You are entitled to creating your own happiness. You must not say somebody, look, I date you as a girl and you tell me because I'm dating you, I must marry you. You are messed up, oh. You have an entitlement mindset. Since when does dating become a contract for me to marry you? Entitlement mindset is when you go around expecting things without asking whether you have a legal right to it. Come on. Let's rise up. Let's rise up. People have a choice. The fact that you are even on my page, I am not entitled to respond to your comments. I choose to respond to you. You can also choose to join my page or not to join my page. You can choose to join my page. Look guys, I have about 20,000 followers. 26 of you have chosen to be online. It's your choice. I can't force you. I cannot force you to comment. It's your choice. You can't force me. Those of you who are in my inbox expecting me to and feeling entitled that this guy must end. Come on. The moment you have that mindset, you are not even dealing with me. I am not entitled to respond to you. I am not even entitled to like your comment. I am not even entitled. The same way you are also not entitled. You can choose to like my comments or not to like them. You can choose to come online or not to. It's called a right. We got it all messed up in Africa, man. From our leaders to the down, everybody has entitlement mindset. We all have it. We don't even know the difference between human rights and responsibility. We don't know the difference between privileges and... Come on. We need to educate ourselves, guys. I am no wise person. I am just an ignorant young man trying to fill my cup of wisdom every day. And I will never get to the point where I am forever wise. Every day I try to be wise. Some of us are just grown-ups with no reasonable thinking capacities at all. Some people are just grown-ups who feel they can just say any nonsense out of their what? Buka cavity without just thinking. And unfortunately, age is not a measure of wisdom. Age is not even a measure of EQ, intelligence quotient, or emotional quotient. Some of us need to learn. It's been a long time we left the classroom. We need to get back and learn. We need to get back. Sometimes the comments you make even show whether you're thinking right or not. Guys, entitlement mindset is the biggest problem we have in Africa. If you are dating somebody and they think by virtue of you being a boyfriend, you must marry them, the person has an entitlement mindset. They will go and drink poison if you don't marry them. They will think that by virtue of you entering that relationship, you must. If you are going out with somebody, or you sit in a bus with somebody in the public transport, and the person spots you and notice that, oh, that's my friend there, he must pay my bill for me, or he must pay the bus. That's an entitlement mindset too. You never work with my pocket too. If you see me and you say, because I'm from Ghana, I must buy from your shop. Do you see that? Do you remember when I went to that African store and I bought a dress? The woman had an entitlement mindset. I was just asking about the price. And she was quick to tell me I must buy. Since when did asking the price become you must buy? Are you kidding me? Is this how smart companies build their businesses? Remember I told you I don't have to buy. I choose to buy. You don't tell me I have to buy. I have the right to ask your price. And you can choose not to tell me your price. But you don't tell me I have to buy. We have a problem. We are messed up as a people. We are messed up as Africans. The world is no good. We are messed up. And unfortunately, some of our Caucasians are even more messed up. Go and read some of the comments. Guys, go back to that video and read some of the comments. And you're going to know how people think. Some of them, my daughter is probably even thinking better than some people. I'm just being extreme here. But some of you, the way you think, a 12-year-old is even thinking smarter than you. This is not an insult. This is just telling you we just don't reason through our comments and our thoughts before we even articulate. It's very unfortunate. We'll get there. Remember, nobody grows up and becomes wise automatically. Growth is biological. It's inevitable. Wisdom is not automatic. You must be intentional to be wise. You may grow up without being wise. You may make comments without even knowing how stupid your comments are. We need to grow up. God bless you. Bye-bye.